by the
Oh,
armor. But,
well then the tongue does not damage me because I have
but
16
does.
armor. Yeah. So I'll take E.
So.
Whew.
Yep.
Hey, Kadarn or Brenna, what's your choice?
I'm a stab because that was rude.
Yeah. So the same for me.
She could have met a more reasonable person to like negotiate with, maybe. Like if she hadn't attacked Brenna, whose whole thing is it was self-defense. I had to murder them.
That's how it goes. You know what I mean?
So,
Like mess with
yeah,
the Witcher, mess with the cat Witcher, get the claws. I'm sure there's like a badass saying that they
something.
say. Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm a do a stab. I'm gonna do some fast stabs. No stabbity, and my silver sword because that's what. Let's do torso. Oh,
So
all these
26
fumbles.
and an 18. So her first dodge is a 21, so not a crit, but
I'll
you will
hit, but not a yeah.
And the second dodge is a 22, so she'll dodge the second one.
Cool. Let me
As she just kind
roll.
of moves out of like the strike from the first one. Where'd you hit though?
Torso.
Okay, torso. Yeah. So
And
torso,
then
and
it's the 3d6 for the.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say. Well, I mean, technically it doesn't say that, but go ahead and use it because you don't have.
Okay, I mean, I could just swap to steel. I could just roll the steel damage if you want.
Roll steel. I'm not gonna make you suffer.
Yeah, because I
22.
did make that Witcher. It'd be 22 damage then instead. She would be using her steel sword if it's not of benefit to Selmer.
It's not. It doesn't seem to be of a benefit.
Sure.
So 22 damage.
Yep.
That's a little bit of an owl.
Yeah. And then I want to do it again.
Cool. Spend those 3. That's a lot of an ow. She's kind of in a lot of pain.
You mess with the cat Witcher, you get the claws. So we're just gonna. And as much as I want to aim for her head, I'm not gonna aim for her head because that's more Kadarn's thing, I think. So. Oh, okay.
You're more the sepsis kind of person.
I am more of a sepsis kind of gal, you know?
Ooh. You. So with a 10, this is gonna be a big old crit.
Big old crit.
Roll your damage.
18.
How do you kill this grave hag?
Oh, I wasn't expecting her to be so fragile.
Grave hags do not get armor, people. And they have shit HP.
Oh, well, in that case, I think Brenna just gets like thwacked by the tongue and it's just like, ugh, and uses the steel sword. So just a nice X because I hit with one attack on each one. Just a nice X across the torso, and classic. Like,
it falls apart.
Yeah, just.
You are still, however, poisoned.
Makes a big mess on the floor. Yeah, my next action will be to make that check.
You're gonna take 3 more damage.
Yep. Cool. And what was it? An endurance check, you said?
Yeah. 16.
I continue to listen and watch for people who might have been attracted.
Loud. It's pretty quiet.
Give me an awareness.
Yeah.
And you didn't get a practice paranoia because you were outside the radius. I did check on you.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
22.
She didn't get the jump on me anyway.
It doesn't seem to be anything that's been attracted. You now have a dead grave hag.
You look around the room. I will get to work. I'm gonna see what grave haggy bits I can harvest.
Cool. Grave haggy bits. Roll me 3d6.
12. 5, 5, and 2.
You get 5 venom extract.
Ooh.
you get 5 hag teeth,
Okay.
2 ears of a grave hag,
Nice. Good she didn't have more than 2. That'd be a little weird.
roll me a d10.
2.
Ooh. You managed to find a rune on her.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yes, a Dazbog
A what rune?
fire rune.
Okay.
It adds 30% chance to cause fire on your
That's fun.
if you add it to a weapon.
That's really fun. Cool.
And that's it. But Darren, how are you doing?
Kadarin is going to realize that he lit up the sword for no reason.
Just the light just go to help me get out these teeth.
You are now in Alzor's study, by the way. And
Yeah,
you see the shattered remains of a ritual circle.
I want to go take a look at that and see what it was used for.
Roll me with magical training.
I'm gonna just stay in stealth mode. Like I'm just gonna keep like creeping.
Probably for the best. Yeah.
21. You get definite sense of scrying, but there was more than that. That you could scry and then reach through and manipulate through the scry, which is odd. Usually you can't do that. You're just looking or mostly just looking. But this was a means of targeted manipulation of very specific locations. You could watch and then reach through. You're pretty sure with that 21 that this might be where he may have it had similar to ways that he may have possibly taken control to, Javik.
Yeah, I figured.
But looking around this room, there are definitely runes and things that show that Javik wasn't his only possible venue.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through all of his shit, trying to find more info on like this whole conspiracy thing going on. Of course, and then I want to find see if I can find any of his notes on the Witcher
Experiments.
Yep, the Witcher project.
Roll me an awareness, and we'll come back to what you find in a moment. We're going to check in with Ardzo, as he's enjoying tea.
It's a delicious tea. What is it? What is in it?
An orange spiced tea. Very nice. Hints of cinnamon, clove, ginger, little peppercorn.
Spicy. Okay, so we had left off conversationally with did Shaban add anything to her tea?
She did not.
Okay, cool. I also just looked at the NPC thing, and Sandra Bullock?
Angie Harmon.
Angie Harmon.
Dang it. Okay. But they kind of look alike, though, right? I'm not a jerk.
It's okay, Billy. I thought Sandra Bullock, too. Yeah.
There's a similarity. Angie Harmon.
I knew it was Angie Harmon. I knew.
When you live in Boston, you should know who it's Angie Harmon.
Is it Rizzoli and Isles?
Excellent. And the conversation had ended on
her understanding who you were and acknowledging, and you were asking if there were any people who had a hatred or grudge.
Yep.
Ulo.
Yep. That's it. That's where the conversation left off. So we're sipping tea, and
she waits until you are settled and that you both have, had that moment to kind of breathe in the steam and spice and flavor of the tea for a moment. Just let it cool just enough that it's drinkable. She takes that first sip of tea and then she kind of rests it, both the teacup and the saucer, on her knee as she's kind of crossed her legs and is reclining back among these pillows, kind of still upright, but reclined slightly on these pillows. Well, the only member of people who might have had a grudge or anger at your family. Well, I don't recall it being your family that they had a grudge against. Do recall certain people being upset about perhaps, well, not people. This might be the right answer. There were rumors, of course. Gods had been, that choices had been, what devastation, house, not in century.
so you're telling me that the only one you know of is from essentially ancient history.
Well, if you might want to know about your particular problem, I could confirm ancient history might still be. Sometimes ancient.
Sometimes it does not, but again, in the nature of this game, and seeing as your acuity has been quite on point,
Thank you.
what do you feel it is, my dear?
And she'll take that moment and it's like, you wish me to further.
I keep a very tight circle, and I'm always seeking to endear myself to those of exceptional skill.
I think I do like to be acknowledged for my skill sets.
That, under a different circumstance, that would make a great innuendo.
It can be both. But you don't want it. At least not tonight. You want support. Also want clarity. Confirmation. And perhaps even answers to questions you.
Sorry, you broke up there. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. And perhaps even more answers to questions you didn't know you had.
Well, I mean, I'm not exactly seeking to complicate things further, but if that's necessary.
Oh no, dear, it's fine. I haven't had that much fun.
Well, it can get way more fun.
That is, you're asking about somebody that usually some sort of an emotion. Further, given the fact that you disappeared from polite society and no one had seen or heard of you in decades. Your brother, Resmo, doesn't seem concerned about you. Kazakh makes waves, but no. Zerny. I know Zerny. Professional circles understand. When one makes that many points, one attracts attention. It's alright, don't worry. He's a cute little boy, and that's about all he is.
And not the bad blacksmith.
I haven't had need of additional services, but also I'll accept your evaluation of his skills in that matter. But based on the fact that you disappeared, concerned about somebody being angry with you, I'm going to guess Kirk.
Well, I will not. I'm not inclined to say otherwise.
Given the fact that I know a number of people that you are still successful until you. Perhaps the ancient history turned out.
And that is what I was led to believe myself, but that there's just pieces of information I do not possess.
Of your grand business dealing.
Probably less than you.
Some to go on. Usually, the actual business dealings of dwarves didn't come into my purview, you understand. By all accounts, he was a good dwarf. Stand or judge how that determination was made, but a clan elder, respected, valued, innovative, which can be good and bad. He discovered a new means of charcoal production, I believe. But with that new means of production comes a new desire for things to produce.
Mm-hmm.
Your family went up a mountain. Story. New place to gather wood he would. Did not listen when said that perhaps this location should not have been one.
I am no arbiter of justice, nor do I seek to understand those that dole out consequences. But over a couple of trees, a curse seems like a little heavy of a consequence, do you not think?
Depends on who he was taking.
I do not like the deforestation of areas to suit mankind. There are other ways, especially if not done sustainably. You do not replant elsewhere. There is a balance to look after with nature, as in most things. But I have not encountered a anything alive yet, be it plant, animal, or otherwise, that if it were to stop being, the consequence of that thing stop being is to punish.
Oh, it's not the trees that.
But the people that
Listen. Singular.
person.
Tell me. And she'll take a moment and just stretch that moment. Just enough. Sip. Just enough. Know of legend.
I'll tell you with a monster lore.
Yes, roll me education.
At monster lore or education?
If you have monster lore, you can roll that.
For some reason, after like wiping her hands off on her pants or whatever's nearby, Rena just shudders. Like, why did I just listen? Why?
Okay. Ooh, that's a 30.
You know about lessons.
I know every intimate.
Well, you spend a lot of time in the woods. Hold please. Must find page.
Oh, please.
I have
Must look up the exact distance between.
You're like, I know a lot about Leshen, including this one Leshen who I had lunch with when I was younger, who
Danny?
said, yeah, like, what? And she seemed really nice, but then she made this weird cryptic statement about how I'm going to curse you later. And I thought she was just joking because, sometimes you just joke that way.
Yes, there we go. I knew I had the right page.
I forgot that lessons don't joke.
No, Leshens don't joke. Leshens don't have a sense of humor.
But if there's a baby goat around, they do kid.
Okay. All right. So, you know that they rule over primeval forests, special forests, usually something that's more than just a bunch of trees. That their magic, and they have magic, allows them to control the plants and animals of the domain to their bidding. The forest itself, is theirs to command. You also know that they are angry as fuck, fully sentient and fully sapient, and you don't want to piss one off.
They're like the Ents at Isengard. They're like, fuck you, fuck all this other stuff, and fuck that thing too.
Yeah, pretty much.
But they're not interested in Entwives.
No, really not.
Nope. They
And-
don't give a fuck.
And they aren't as delayed in their conversation, right? They don't take 24 hours to say hello.
No, they just go stab you.
No, that's not true. They can converse and desire to.
They just usually don't.
But they just usually don't. And usually, if a Leshen with a 30, if a Leshen has taken the opportunity to just curse you, there's more going on than somebody deforesting some trees, because usually that would just be a straight up, you're dead and everybody involved is dead.
Yep.
Right? That's not what happened here. Somebody cursed your family line to a point that it emerged centuries later, given the lifespan of dwarves, in you. At a point in time beyond your general, shortly after, understanding of dwarven cultural development, just after your understanding of adulthood would probably be my bet, So not quite puberty, but shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
And for this curse to remain, and given what you know about your own curse, how it's tied that kind of animalistic nature, this desire, and further the side effects, the fact that it's tied to that new moon, but that other way that curse can manifest, that you've been avoiding so luckily, successfully, past few.
Mm-hmm.
you know exists. Means that there was more going on than pure your grandfather merely cutting down a few.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, Siobhan, it seems to be your turn.
Who are you trying to help save from life? No, rephrase. You already know who that is, a friend. Very dear. Wish to save self?
I guess that depends on the day as well. Not everything is as static as you would like it to be. I feel like one of the conditions of living in the world is wanting things for yourself and wanting to do good things for others and finding the balance. So, I don't suppose I can give you a direct answer per se. But if you saw someone that you cared about so much and your perception, you walk into the woods one day and they were trapped in this very complex web, and all you wanted to do was to free them, right? And then you get a little closer, the light hits them a little differently, and they seem like they're happy in that web and that they enjoy the situation that they are in. And then you kind of back off. And then again, moments later, the light shifts and you want to help them in the web. You want to free them. And then you get a little closer, and again, it seems as if they are happy where they are. And so, nature has a way. And I'm just trying to observe and do the right thing.
And you struggle to determine what it is.
Well, yeah, they are as build very good at letting you think things. As you can imagine, with he gestures with his hands, I surround myself with masters of craft. And this is, I'm entering their craft in this. And I'm not this versed.
You wish to become versed in it?
He generally looks up with suddenly supreme interest, but tries not to let it show on his face. But he reacted instantly the second she said that. Are you proposing a trade?
Like trades. Works. You wish to learn. Not the one bedroom. That's a separate skill. It is actually
And in return, I teach you how to heal. Is that the craft that you were after?
A particular
And,
favor.
and what? A favor. Okay. Something redeemed at the later time or something done right now?
Your choice. Have a couple of. Always prefer on craft. To get to now, do that.
I guess it depends on what it is that you need.
Merely try to understand. I like information and understanding. Meeting new makes my craft easier.
And who is it that I can introduce you to?
I already know. Most of the people that's worth knowing don't worth knowing. And she will literally lean over and like pat your hand as she says that. No. Introductions I don't. Current whereabouts might be useful.
Well, the things that I do know, the few things that I do know, and the few people I do know, I would say odds are that if you're looking for whereabouts of a person, I may not be the best person.
No, but you travel
Oh, I
a
do.
lot.
Recently. I don't like it. It's not for me.
As she gestures around. Merely, if you come across this individual, you let me know.
Okay, what a name?
I'm looking for.
No. I don't know your surname. I also don't know if Shaban is what you are called or your name.
That is fair, but it's not mine. It's her.
But sisters, you know, sometimes they have the same name. Could be helpful.
Well, her first name isn't the same as mine.
Right, I assumed as much. I would hate for this to be some sort of George Foreman situation.
No, that's oh so understand. Just stop with numbering people. Allow individuals to be themselves, have a personal identity. Once you get to 3, it's overdone. You end up sounding like pretentious kings of various places. That just shows their inbreeding.
Yeah, it's not good. So, what is your sister called?
Stage name is Eleanor.
I will keep an eye out. Does she go by anything else?
She's a bard. Distinguished. Very skilled.
Well, I did come here for the music, so I will spot her if she is around.
Yes, if she came to play at the Bells, or the last time she came to, it was quite the to-do.
Noted. And so just to get this straight, you are not interested in learning about healing as a craft.
I do my healing. Conversational men. Heal hearts and minds. You're very good at it.
Well, thank you. I've saved my fair share of things, but only after a really long time of messing it up.
We all mess it up at the start. How we learn.
It's what gives success value.
A lot of. Get things too easily, you don't appreciate them.
So, Shaban,
Your
I
turn,
was
darling.
thinking, right, since we're here, we're opening up to each other, maybe having a good time. Very big day of self-discovery for me. Potentially you getting a lot of things done. In the event that I never come across how you say Alienor.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I never come across her. Let me do a favor for you, yes. What would you say to getting into the hot tub? Just slowly walking down in there. We could do it as a trust exercise, but you can do what you need to do. Just want to see you relax. You spend all of your time pleasing others. He wiggles his fingers. I just want to help you relax now.
You can roll seduction.
Oh wow, I don't remember putting those in there, but I am happy that they are there.
I believe you tried to seduce a maid.
I
kitchen
love
maid.
that reaction.
What?
Having
that
points
you-
in seduction. Yes. You want to know how many points Brenna has in seduction? 0. It's a really good seduction roll.
Yes, it is.
Yanto has a few more than 0 points in seduction. Just,
She.
that is a good seduction roll.
It is a very good seduction. She will smile and stand and gesture behind her. Is like, would you like to help me with my?
He'll walk over and help her with her dress.
And as we fade to black on that moment,
Oh, not
What are
quite
you
yet.
gonna do?
Not quite yet. I wanted her to step into the hot tub, and then he would just sit in the back of the hot tub, and with kind of like the command over time itself, so not hurrying, not being super lazy or anything like that. As she sits in the tub, he's just gonna give her a back and a neck massage.
very nice.
That's it.
You'll
Fade to
appreciate
black.
that. And we fade to black. And we're going to go back over to our friendly neighborhood looters.
Woohoo!
E.
Hey, looters.
Yeah.
You're in Alzor's study.
Yeah.
Yanto's not a looter. He's just gathering information.
That's looting.
Brenna's looting. This hag.
Yes, you're cutting
And
up
then
the
she
hag.
did. Yeah, I cut up the
Kadarin
hag.
is very interested in this magical working.
Yeah, I got a 18.
Remind me for the what specifically you were looking for Witcher information and
The anything to do with the ongoing conspiracy.
You don't find a lot about Witchers. You find some general early notes. Definitely giving
Well-
the impression that
He keeps his work elsewhere? Wow. That's
yeah,
crazy.
It's like he doesn't spend
We
a
could
lot
still
of time
take the
here.
early notes. Yeah.
It spends about
It'd be really good if other people didn't get those early notes, maybe. So, yeah.
You have a couple of those early notes. General theory ideas, not a lot of practice yet. You do find, however, some notes on that he's early in the intermixed in those early notes are some theory notes about control and specifically controlling mages.
Mm.
And
Mages are
how
Jobbik.
to build a network, say. That one could control. And they're old. They're even older than his notes on Witchers. Hey Yanta, can you roll me practice paranoia?
Yes, I am. I'm still outside of the room, so I don't know if I've actually come
You're
into
like
the
at the doorway
range.
though.
Yeah, but can you still roll me practice paranoia because it's a 30-meter
Absolutely.
radius?
Oh.
Check one thing. It's not 30 meters. It's 10.
10. It doesn't matter. 30. Sorry, 30 feet, not
Feet,
30
yeah.
meter.
Yeah.
I had the
Roll it.
Because I'm just here being like, I feel like someone's gonna try to kidnap us. 23.
Cool. There's a mirror that you are really don't want to be anywhere near.
I cannot see inside the room.
It doesn't matter. You kind of get this feel because it's within 30 feet.
Yeah.
It's within 30 feet of you. It doesn't matter. You know,
Get bad juju vibes.
hmm And I'm gonna say,
like you
but I
can
don't-
possibly see like the reflection of it off of Kadern's
Mhm.
armor.
abs. Sorry, it's just
They glisten.
his,
It's fine.
I mean, his abs do glisten sometimes. Brenna's right there. Yes,
Yeah, Brenna's right there because she just harvested the hag right there.
I'm going to. I imagine I'm crouching. I'm gonna reach my arm around and grab your hand with a not like in a hey we're like brother
Yeah,
and sister
you
and we like to hold
feel-
hands.
A second, like just a, because I feel like Yanto's pretty in tuned. You feel like almost a reflexive jerk, like she might stab you, but then she realizes it's you and then doesn't.
And he's gonna say, both of you out right now, out right now, both. And you can
Grab
tell he's very
Kadern.
deliberately not putting his body in.
Yeah,
You
I'll grab the back of Kadern's collar. Whoop.
As you yank Kadern back out of the room, that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Ooh, cause Yanto, he sometimes overreacts, but that seemed to not be an overreaction.
You
Because
always
she's
think he
high
overreacts.
alert. No, she often thinks he overreacts, but not always.
That's because you can kill everything, and he gets
Yeah, and
stabbed in
she
the
already
face.
killed the thing, so she's like, "There's something else. Let's go."
So just get out.
Yep.
Right,
Yeah.
just-
So right here is evidence that she does listen.
Oh, so that's
So-
nice.
As you yank Kadern out, that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Ugh,
Wait, I
Um,
missed a bit. Yank me out of what?
The room.
The room.
Oh,
Yanto's practice paranoia went like wee woo wee woo, and he grabbed Brenna and almost got stabbed. And so she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Get out the room now!" And she's like, "Okay," grabbed Kadern and yanked just out the room.
I see.
Just be outside of the room right now.
Yeah, so you would have felt like Brenna grabbed. You're probably facing away from her because you're looking at the rest of the room. So just like the back of your collar and then just pull you out. She wouldn't let you fall though. She'd catch you.
Oh, really? So you
Yes.
have Kadan in your arms right now? Is that what we just heard?
We are backed the fuck out of this room.
So he's fallen into your arms and you're holding him right now?
I don't know if he's fallen.
Is
He
that-
seems
is
to have
that-
pretty good balance, but
I don't know,
if
you
he
just-
were
I
to
just-
trip, she would have caught him.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. As you do that,
Yes.
and you yank me,
Mhm,
and like I probably like spin into your arms.
mhm, mhm.
Okay.
I'll just go. Oh hey.
Lots of
and I'll-
seduction happening.
And I'll think to myself, ooh, a nice technique. That's all. That's all Leonto thinks. Well, that was nice. Yeah.
So that is where we end
And
for
that's
tonight.
where we end.
That is where we
Oh,
end
hey.
for tonight.
Okay.
So we're gonna go around, let everyone say where they are, where you can find them, share some love for tonight, and then just a question you have that's percolating in that back of your mind about anything that happened. Now, later, future, any of these good things. We're gonna start to my left on the overlay with the fashionably late Trooper. Hey Trooper, how you doing? How you feeling? Where can we find you? All of those good things.
I'm doing well. I'm feeling well. Ooh, that's a hard question to answer because there's me and there's also Yanto, and we have different
what
feelings.
Yeah, what you're feeling. And how Yanto, I mean, I guess how Yanto's feeling too.
Personally, I'm feeling okay, except I think I'm a little sore. But because I rode 21 miles on the bicycle today. And so I think I'm just like a little, I think my body's like, hey. And I was like, no, shut up. My legs are like, I gotta tell you something. It's like, no, don't talk, legs. And legs are like, I just have to tell you, no. So anyway, I feel like I'm gonna feel it tomorrow. But I'm feeling good about that. And Yanto is feeling like maybe a little paranoid, maybe a bad feeling, like something bad is going to happen, and all he can think about is what they told him about that mirror, that other mirror that like exploded with the Hexa and Passwacht. So he's already had a story about mirrors being bad. So he's just like, nope, don't like it. So anyway, he's feeling concerned, and he needs to tell Kadern immediately. He worries about his sister, but he worries about Kadern because Kadern's a mage, and I feel like mages do weird magey things that probably involve looking at mirrors. He doesn't know exactly, but you know, Kadern did it already once, and he's afraid that he'd do it again. He doesn't like it. Anyway, so that's where he's at. I'm Trooper SJP, and you can find me on my Twitch channel, Trooper SJP. Today is Sunday. The next RPG I have is Friday on my channel at 7 p.m. Eastern for City of Light and Shadow, a Fate French Resistance campaign. We have 3 episodes left for the season. And then also here on Sunday for The Witcher Roads Home. And so like 7 days from now here, where we'll find out things. And I suppose the question that is percolating, Prax, my question or Yanto's question?
I want your question.
My question is, okay, seriously though, what happened with Ardzo's grandfather? Like, I got some questions about that one. I have some questions.
Look, I've had notes about this curse since character creation.
I know, but I have some questions. I also have some questions which are like, Ardzo, interesting. You know, I have some... how's that conversation going to happen? You know, will it even happen? The conversation between Yanto and Ardzo, that's the conversation I'm talking about right now. Because there was a whole bunch of like, Yanto was not technically in that scene with Ardzo, but Yanto was in that scene with Ardzo, and I have some questions, and I'm very excited about them, like this, like that. That's and I'm going to give some love to Billy and Siobhan. No, wait, sorry, Ardzo and Siobhan, Billy and Prax for that whole scene, because it's like tasty, like a souffle. I don't know if you know, it's or cotton candy, something delicious that's light and like delicious and a little bit too decadent and like enticing, where you're like, oh, what's gonna happen? And then I just want to be there. I'm like, oh, and there's like, oh, Billy just drops little hints, you know what I mean? Like little tantalizing little hints of like ridiculousness where you're like, no, what does that mean? No, wait. What does that mean? What do you mean? What? And then you just have to like want to know. You know what? Billy's a tease. That's all I'm gonna say, and that's why I love Billy. That's me.
Well, that's a great segue. Hey, Billy, tease us with your own answers to the questions of where we can find you, what you're doing, how you feel about tonight. Share some love, and your question.
I am strength saves on the internet now. In some spaces, still as Bill of the Forest. What I'm doing is working in those two things, a couple of jobs no one cares about, and then this, which everyone cares about, which I'm super stoked about all the time. And super stoked that I was able to make it through a whole episode. Not fall asleep at my computer chair because waking up and coming back late and all that jazz. Yeah, shout out to Prax for, don't know if this was like a pre-planned NPC, but whether or if it was improv Siobhan or
I've heard of Siobhan though. There was a Eleanor talked about her sister. I remember that.
She mentioned her sister, but she didn't mention anything more about her.
Mhm.
Siobhan existed in Beauclair, and it was possible for you to meet her. I was not fully expecting for you to be the one to meet her tonight.
Yeah.
Like I have seated her in places. There are people that I've seated in places, but I was not expecting.
Does Yonto know her? Because he has a base here. Like
Yes,
this is where
he does.
Yeah.
And we might find out, but I don't think you know Siobhan as much as you think you do.
No, I just don't know if I know her, right? Because
in a professional capacity,
not in terms of like, because we,
yeah, you know that there is a courtesan at the Bells that is called Siobhan. You have never met her.
Yeah, because he has a persona who lives here.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You know that there is a courtesan at the Bells called Siobhan. You have never met her. You know that those who do don't necessarily speak of what occurs, but they are always somehow lighter after.
She's like somebody to note of like, oh, that's a good one with a good reputation.
Yeah.
And like, oh, that one over there, don't go to that one.
Exactly.
This one,
you might know her by reputation, but you've never met. So, love and question, Billy.
Loved. The question can pertain to anything, right?
Yes, your question.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna be generic. Loved everything, just being a part of the episode for the whole thing. Question is, what kind of fresh hell is the rest of the crew gonna bring back from Vanguard? Because I'm sure that there's going to be residual stuff. I'm sure of it. And
Just a bird bath and some hack teeth.
I just want to be prepared. Okay? Because that's my job.
Poison.
Well, she's no longer poisoned. She was poisoned.
You have some venom extract, though, which is technically like a poison.
Yep. Hey, Simon.
Hello.
How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. Doing well. A little scared of what we might have stumbled upon in Alzor's chambers, but my question. I'll start with the question, I guess. I'll start with the love. I'll be a bit cheesy and a bit like Billy. Erewhon. We haven't played for like 2 weeks, I think.
Yes, 2 weeks.
And I kind of felt it. Felt it in my bones. So yeah, it's nice, and I can't wait to have Ardzo also come with us. I know he's having a good time.
He's having a very good time.
I would love to have, a medical professional around all those dead bodies. But also, question-wise, I guess the thing that I'm the most curious of is now that we know that Alzor was making this like network of mind-controlled people.
Mages.
True, only mages.
Look,
Um,
or lots of mages, maybe.
I want to know who's on that list.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much my thing. Because I know like my goal is going to be to try to dismantle this whole thing, but like I want to know who to trust. And like there are some names that have been thrown around since the beginning of this campaign. Like the beard dude.
Baldwin.
What's his name? Baldwin. So
there's another mage too that we don't know.
Yeah, and then there was well, I doubt that dragon person.
Scander.
No, Skiskander. There's another mage that because
There's the mage that only Arzo,
Arzo.
met.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
Literally.
Iskander I'm not scared of. But if there's another one, we're gonna have to. No, I'm not scared of. What I mean is, I'm not scared of Iskander being controlled.
Yeah.
By anyone. And yeah,
questions.
that's that's it for me. You can find me. I should do that. Oh yeah, and apologies for being super quiet on chat tonight, but it's still not working. Like my browser encountered an error in Twitch. And it's been going on. Like I can sometimes type something and then it just craps out.
I've been having that too, and so I've been opening it on different browsers to
I might need to do that. But yeah, so I was a bit silent. But yeah, you can find me now at on Twitch at Wandering SOC because we rebranded. It was official last week. We released it. We're still going through like a few of the last changes. So like the Patreon is going to be changed probably over the course of this week, or at the very worst before January 2022. The Discord has all been changed, and we're gonna have proper forums and everything. But basically, what we're doing with the Wandering Society is that I'm opening the doors to this, platform that I built, somewhat, sort of. And helping others that want to get their start into streaming. So if you want to like run a game, but you don't want to have the hassle of production, we'll take care of that. You want to try your hand at production, but not running a game, and you can't find people to try it with, we're going to find people for that. And also, like, I want to use this platform that I have. Many of you anyway watching, like you already know about that. We sort of have an overlap of audience anyway, Prax and I. But yeah, and like I want to be able to be a springboard for a ton of like different voices and different people and different stories, and launch all of these fine folks onto the internet, unleash them as streamers and RPGers and what have you, who would like to share their passion with others. So we're going to have a bunch of stuff. We already have one person who's looking for players for a game called A Night on the Tomorrow 3. It's a hope punk game that takes place on a spaceship where the players are trying to destroy the ultra capitalist system that's running the ship. So it's kind of cyberpunky, very much cyberpunky, but it's not grim and dreary, and you can actually, enact permanent change. So if you want to look at that, I've been retweeting it, and the Wandering Society Twitter account has also been retweeting it. That's it for me.
I appreciate that. Look that up. Hit that up. join the games, playing games. Come play with us. We're not evil. Hey Lindy, how are you? How you doing?
We're not evil. It's
we're not.
great. I'm doing spiffy. So much love. Most of my love will go to Billy for his wonderful conversations this evening. I thought everything that he did was just great, and I loved cutting away from like sneaking and looting to having some tea and a
Yeah.
wonderful conversation.
Yeah.
It was just enlightening. My question is, can we all sit down with this potentially nice therapist lady and be like, we've got issues? Because we've got issues. I also have love for Yanto just asking a bajillion and 12 questions. But being motivated to be here, and for Kadarn being motivated to be there and like looking for information and things, and Bretta just kind of be like, meh, whatever. If something comes up, I'll stab it till it stops moving.
Hey,
maybe
all I'm
Witcher
saying,
stuff.
if a school has been destroyed, that means some records are destroyed, which gives me an opportunity
It
for some
does,
good fake
But Brenna
identities.
does not care. But I appreciated the effort that Yanto went into it. I couldn't, as Brenna, show that appreciation, so I will show that appreciation now. Because Brenna has very few fucks to give.
And they're not for her
And they're
brother
mostly taken up by the wild thornberries right now, let's be honest.
and her horse.
And her horse, and, you know, her married family. Anyways, that's my love. Just love for both sides tonight. And my question is, yeah, can we all get therapy? Is that, can we just, can we all? They all need it. They all need it.
I mean, hey, you drag Kadarn into the bells. I'm sure if you can convince the front lady, you can maybe talk to Siobhan.
Hi, we all need therapy, and we don't know where else to go.
Seems like Kadarn's fine, right? I mean, it doesn't seem like he has any problems at all.
Look, he seems fine, which means he probably has a lot of problems. Because Brenna seems mostly fine. Mostly. She's a lot of problems. But anyways, we're not going to get into Brenna's problems now. That'll be later. That'll be a later point. Mm-hmm. Oh, I also appreciated Kadarn taking the opportunity to be like, oh, hey, seduction. Which doesn't work on cat witchers, really. They're like, meh.
Yep, charm.
So I find it hilarious, and I loved it. But you can find me online at LaughLoveLindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. I play in some games, and I DM some games. You can find me tomorrow and Tuesday. Everyone being well, fingers crossed. It's been a weird couple of weeks on my channel for some Dungeons and Dragons temple investigation stuff. I may have created a cult 800 years in the past because of time travel. It's great. And then on Tuesday, they might have like tea with Aslan or something. I'm still figuring. I have some GM prep I need to do, but you know, that's on Tuesday. I still have 2 days. Yeah, it'd be fine. And then you can find me not anywhere else. Maybe you can find me on Troopers channel for sure on Friday for City of Light and Shadow.
I think her character's gonna have a really nice reunion with her husband.
Yes, it will be nice to watch. Her husband might not like it. I'm going to destroy him emotionally. I'm here. I'm excited. Yeah, that'll be Friday. So if you're into that,
yeah, her husband has not a good will defense is how I would put it. So yeah, it's gonna, when she says she's gonna disturb him emotionally, as a GM I can be like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say that because I do know, and it's not gonna be good for him. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it.
Will probably not be good at all.
No, it'll be great. It'll be great.
It'll be great, and you should go watch it and give it all the love, and then come back here on Sunday.
Yes.
Come back here on Sunday. As for me, hey all, you know me. I'm at DeirdreDonlan on Twitter. Proxgarth as Meophoria as you see me around on Twitch. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Thank you, my wonderful, wonderful cast. I know it's been crazy and wonderful and hectic, but I love that you stick with me and stick with this story that we're all building, and that you really appreciate it and have a lot of fun with it. And I thank chat for being here because of how chaotic and quirky Twitch has been tonight. Thank you for sticking with us. I really appreciate that. This will go up on YouTube, and I have a local recording, so it should all be one, well, the first bit and then the local recording there'll be 2 parts, but it'll be fine. But as for me, you can find me back here on Tuesday as we continue our Dragon Age Inquisition. We're going to be romancing Dorian. Everything is great. We met Griffibut, and it's fine. It's fine. The hole in the sky is closed? Question mark. But it'll be great. It'll be fine. And then I will not be having a streams Friday or Saturday this week. I will be out of town, but we will be back here Sunday night. So we will be having Witcher. And we have 2 more episodes after this. We have a penultimate and a season finale for Witcher Roads Home Season 2. Lots of secrets and things building. But catch me on Twitter where I post all the wonderful things I get to do, all the fun, fabulous, wonderful folks I get to hang out with, like these fine people. And I feel like, well, it's Sunday night. We send love to Johnny on Sunday nights. We bother Johnny on Sunday nights. That's how things go.
Oh, Johnny. Oh, Johnny.
So we're going to go raid Johnny, and we'll catch you next time, everybody. Bye.